And I think that if they did get an opportunity to hear what an amazing old Pioneer stereo sounds like, or what a tube reel-to-reel sounds like, I think that they would probably be way more interested in it. My name's Thomas Mears, and I repair vintage electronic equipment. I got into it a really long time ago when I was just a small boy, actually. My father, he was really interested in this sort of stuff, and I found it fascinating because he would always have all these cool tools and cool pieces of electronic equipment that he would be working on, and I felt like I would always be peering into some world that I'd never seen before and that not many other people would see either. When he'd crack open like an old TV set or something, and then I'd see all these neat parts and wires and things, and I had no idea what they meant. But it made me feel like my father was like some sort of superhuman whenever he would do it, because he always knew what to do. Like, he would open it up and he would know which wires to clip and what to put on where and what to test. And I always thought that was so fascinating, and I always wondered, how did he know how to do all that stuff? How does anybody know how to do it? Like, I didn't even know what the difference between AC and DC was. I didn't know anything about it. All I knew was I wanted to know how this sort of stuff worked. I mean, I can't go to school. I'm all grown up now. I have a job and I just can't go back to school. So I have to learn it on my own. So that's why I decided to actually buy books to teach me how to do that. And I just started with a really simple electronics for dummies book, honestly. So I started with, and I felt kind of silly starting with it, but I just thought, you know what, like, I gotta start from ground one. I gotta go from there. And I read that, and and even that book was pretty challenging at parts of it. To make me feel satisfied and like I found my place in life, like, I need to help people. That's what I need to do. And my friends had like such a positive reaction about it whenever I started to tell them. All the musicians that I started to talk to about it, they're like, wow, you do that sort of thing? I've got this old amp that I've been waiting to get repaired, but I don't know anybody that can do it. Can you have a look at it? And that just kept happening over and over and over again. And that's when I started to clue in and think, wow, there's probably a lot more cool broken stuff out there than I realized that there would be. I just figured it all just went into the dump or landfills or whatever, but people hang on to this because they know it's cool. All the people that know how to repair this kind of equipment they're quite elderly nowadays. And everybody from that generation, I guess like the baby boomer generation, many people knew how to repair stuff, but that didn't really get passed on to our generation. People just go out and buy things, and then when it breaks, they just throw it away and go buy a new one. But the experience of using stuff nowadays isn't nearly what it used to be. You know, like cool old vintage stereos had these giant dials on them and these big knobs, and they were made of like high quality aluminum, and they sounded incredible compared to the stuff that you just throw away and buy nowadays. It's all made out of plastic, and the experience is not nearly as enriching when you use new stuff. People now, they just want to just throw it away and buy something new all the time rather than repair it and use that cool thing that they already bought. This is my Sylvania technical manual right here, and my dad gave me this. It's got his initials on here, TJ Mears, and in the back of it there's all these handwritten notes and schematics and like these really old pieces of paper. Like check out this schematic of this old like radio that he used to work on. And I mean, it's just barely holding it together, this piece of paper, because he's at the age now where he doesn't really remember all these sort of things. But he has this book with all this information that has survived all these years that now I can use.